Hello, I'm here at the Asia Fruit Congress and I'm joined by Siba van Wyk of Fresh Studio in Vietnam. Thank you, Siba, for coming. And Siba, you're here to tell us about another market in Asia besides the one that we tend to talk about a lot, which is China, and that's Vietnam. Vietnam presents a very good opportunity for suppliers around the world, you believe, and tell us why you believe that.
Yeah, Vietnam is a very dynamic market. At the conference, we just heard that imports to China increased from $300 million to $8 billion in the past 20 years. Vietnam comes from, like, maybe when I came living in Vietnam was 15 years ago, and the fruit imports were $50 million. 50 million. Today, fruit imports are 2.3 billion. Wow. So Vietnam is a population of 100 million people, so 10 times smaller than China, but the imports are just 4 times smaller. So in fact, relatively, Vietnam imports much more than China, and a lot of those imports are from China and from Thailand. But you see an enormous growth in exports from New Zealand. New Zealand is doing very well with the apples and the kiwi. USA always had a very strong position in Vietnam. But you see a lot of new countries, Chile, Peru, arranging their market access and becoming very successful in Vietnam.
I see. You mentioned apples and kiwi fruit from New Zealand.
Yeah.
What about other products? Which imports are showing good signs of growth and good potential?
A little bit the issue is that a lot of countries have focused so much efforts on arranging market access to China that they've kind of forgotten about Vietnam. Yeah. So a huge powerhouse in export like Spain has not done any attempt to arrange market access to Vietnam. I see. Italy, the same. So Italy is now trying for apples. So if you look at the portfolio, what is possible to enter in Vietnam, it's very limited. So on grapes, it's very hard even to develop a year-round program. There is Peru, Chile, USA, Australia, but that's more, and South Africa, but that's more or less it. There's no India, there's no Italy, and a lot of countries who didn't do their homework. And I think that's really a missed opportunity because Vietnam has a fantastic market where people really love fruit and they're not afraid to spend money on it.
That's interesting to say that there's a missed opportunity or an opportunity in waiting. In the meantime, what projects are you developing with your company Fresh Studio?
Yeah, so Fresh Studio is a services firm, and we help companies in the production and marketing of sustainable food. So give you examples, we've done a lot of work for many years for Zespri, introducing the kiwi to Vietnam. Okay. When we started, nobody knew what a kiwi was. Then explaining a kiwi from New Zealand, and then making the Zespri brand successful in Vietnam. Another example is when Metro Cash and Carry, a huge retailer, a modern wholesaler, actually entered in Vietnam. They couldn't pick up the phone and get professional fruit and vegetable suppliers, so they asked us to help. So we helped to set up their whole contract farming system, set up pack houses, which made Metro very successful in Vietnam. And as 2 years ago, they sold the business, and they had a very successful exit. And now Metro is entering Myanmar, where we also opened an office 2 years ago as a new interesting country to expand operations. And Metro is also entering there, and we're also starting to do work for them in Myanmar. Now, there are a lot of other examples. McDonald's, when they entered Vietnam, they were importing all their products, except for the fresh produce. They asked Fresh Studio, can you help us to set up the sourcing in Vietnam? So we developed the whole sourcing, iceberg lettuce production, beef tomato production, and the onions.
And is some of that imported now? Have you got a program of year-round
supply? No, it's
supply?
all local. Yeah. So we really built the standards. There is McDonald's GAP certified products being grown, developed in Vietnam, BRC certified fresh kit operations. Yeah. So the market, the market is developing fast. People are really getting very serious on fruit and vegetables, and so in the domestic country, there's a lot of investments going in those sectors itself. And at the same time, Vietnamese consumers want to have more choice.
Yeah. So now, so are they changing? Are consumers changing in terms of the way that they approach fruit and vegetables, with the way they think about those products?
Yeah, I think for them, they have a lot of trust in products which are coming from Western countries, so products out of Europe or North America or Australia or New Zealand. And you see that already now in the supermarket chains, 40% of the shelf space in fruits is allocated to imports.
Wow.
And the portfolio that is there is still very small. So there are hardly any stone fruits which consumers can choose for. So, like consumers all around the world, you know, if you eat durian every day, or you eat a mango every day, you'll be so excited to eat a plum or to eat a peach or a nectarine. These are not yet there. Because simply the market access has not been arranged. And the Vietnamese are very open, they want to try new things. And if you see what prices people pay for cherries in a supermarket or blueberries, it's so much more expensive than in Europe, and people are happy to try it.
Well, if you talk about 100 million consumers, you're effectively saying that it's a country of the size of your country, the Netherlands, and my country put together. It's a big, substantial market with a lot of potential.
Yes, exactly. And what is also easy when you want to enter Vietnam, you just have to focus on two cities at first. It's Ho Chi Minh City, which is the economic power hub of Vietnam. 10, 12 million people, double income compared to the rest of the country. And then Hanoi. So in the beginning, it's not too complicated. And to help companies to become successful with their fruit brands or vegetable brands in the domestic market, we are monitoring as a service supermarket shelves in Vietnam. So we know exactly which variety, which brand is on this display with how many square meter of shelf space, prices, and how that fluctuates month by month. So we really can track what is the market share of the different varieties or the different brands in the market, and use those insights to help companies to be successful in Vietnam.
Excellent. So if they need to know about Vietnam, they come and talk to you?
Yes.
All right.
Welcome.
Siba, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.